Hey everyone, this is Martin from How to Make Mobile Games. Today is Sunday the 5th of January 2014 and I'm going to do another developer diary video today. I've not done one of these in a while. For those of you who don't know, a developer diary video is just pretty much me going through like a normal work process and doing it on video. In this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add art to projects that I already have on my computer here that I've already published before, and I'm going to reskin that and make it as a new game and then publish that onto iTunes. So the developer diary videos, I'll hopefully be able to give you some good tips, but there's nothing particularly focused here which might relate to revenue. It's sort of like an overall process that I go through, but I'll hopefully be able to give you guys some ideas or tips, or perhaps answer some things that you might have been thinking about. So stay tuned. I will pause this video probably a couple of times as I'm going through this process, because I've not wrote down what exactly I need to do for this, but I have gone through this process before. So the first thing I wanted to say to everybody is thank you so much for the support so far on the other videos that I've done recently. I've done a couple of them, including sort of the time-lapse ones where it shows you my 24-hour or 48-hour work within 20 minutes. I'm really glad you like those, because I didn't know if anybody would. And then the one that I did around 2 days ago, which was how much money I make on Chart Boost. That's great to see that people really found that useful, and thank you so much for the likes and the subscriptions. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And also please click the like button down below at the bottom of this video. That really supports me and it helps the channel grow, and it helps me make a little bit of revenue with these videos, which is awesome. So let me think. What I want to do first is let me explain this process. So what I'm going to do here is I've purchased a source code project. And what that means is I've purchased the base project in XCode, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the artwork in the game so that I can then publish a new game using that project. Okay, I've already done this once on iTunes, and the name of the game was Jewel Candy Connect Clash or something like this. I'll show you in a moment. The goal with reskinning projects, as I've said in some other videos, is to cover the risk of like spending a lot of time developing a project and not knowing if it's going to make money, or cover the cost in a short period of time. So what I've done here is I've purchased this source code. I'm going to change the artwork and then I'm going to publish it again, and that's already worked out pretty well. So what I'll try to do is, let me just see if I can find this on iTunes. It's Jewel. I can't remember the name, guys. That's how many games I have at the moment. There's a ton of them, and I don't remember what names they are. Oh god, it won't let me do it. What a pain. Let me try Yahoo. Google doesn't work sometimes because I've got this stupid VPN thing going on. Let's see if it'll go through here. So iTunes, Jewel Candy Connect Clash. So those of you watching in this video, hopefully you can just sit back and relax and just watch me do some work, and that you might find that kind of interesting. I do find it interesting sometimes. And okay, I think there's a link here. I'm not sure. Okay, let's just try this one. I think this is just ripped from iTunes and they've just uploaded it onto a site. But I just wanted to show you some images. It's a line connect game. Probably the most famous one is Flow, or Flow Free, or Flow Hexic, I think one was called as well. So it's one of those types of games. You can see like a couple of screenshots here in the icon. So it's a pretty cool game. It's got a lot of levels. It's got I think well over 100, maybe 200 levels possibly. And all you do is just draw to connect all of the matching items, and then you'll see a line, and you've got to fill every space in there as well. So it's a pretty cool little game. It's a nice puzzle. The cool thing is I bought this for $200, and I didn't do any code work in it. I just reskinned it, and anybody who doesn't have any coding background can do this. But I did have to use Xbox on my Mac in order to do this, so that it did help a little bit. So I bought this for $200. I spent around one man day to do the artwork. So let's see if this has made its money back or not. I published this first on December the 7th, 2013, okay? So it has chart boost ads in there. It makes money with in-app purchases and it makes money with ads as well. So always have those two in your games, guys, you know, always, really. Unless you really don't want to touch the user experience, you know, but I always recommend putting in ads because they make more money than in-app purchases. So let's take a look. So this is chart boost. Yesterday it made 18 cents, 15 cents. Day before it made $5.68. I'm getting around 100 downloads every day of this game on iTunes. $3.78, $10 on that day. That's really good. $13 there, $2, $9 about, or $8, $6. So it really varies. I mean, we've got from like $1 up to $12. Let's aggregate this monthly so we can see how much money this has made, because I want to know how quickly this has made its money back. And I've already kind of checked this as well. So it was first published in December, and it's made $100 so far. Okay, just on Chart Boost. Bearing in mind that I paid $200 for this. Okay, so there it's made 100 are in-app purchases. I just pulled this up before. It's made $27. Let's just round this up to say $28 so far. So that's 128. So as you can see, the in-app purchases are less than the chart boost revenue by far. I think getting a high ARPU or average revenue per user on in-app purchases is very difficult. It has to be a very specific type of game. Things like poker and casino games I think do very well. So, but in this case, no, it's a lot lower. But we've made $127 so far, and 126 here. This is through applovin.com. AppLovin is similar to Chartboost. They do full page ads. So that's great. We've already made the money back. So 127 plus 126 is 227. I don't know, 253, 52. Let's say roughly. I hope my calculation is right there. 252. Plus, I've got RevMob in the game as well. That's made 30, so 252, so that's around $282 so far. RevMob has made a lot less. So you can see the revenue here. It's got 19, $1, 127, 125 revenue, $1, $1.77. So there are three sets of ads in there. There's RevMob, there's Chartboost, and there's RevMob, Chartboost, AppLovin, and I think that's it. Am I right? Yeah, that's it. Okay, so we're up to $282, and I think that's pretty much it, isn't it? I'll just close this down as well. And yeah, so $282. So the game cost me $200 for the source code. I spent around 1 day doing the artwork. That was me personally. If you pay an artist, obviously that's going to cost more. That's going to be, you know, more than $282. And since my work in there, you know, I'm sort of doing it free for myself. So for me, the way I'm calculating it is the game has already made its money back. So anything now from this point forward is profit. That's great. It's made a positive ROI, return on investment, and it did it in less than a month, because we started this on December 7th. It was published, and it's now January the 5th or 6th. So in less than a month, it's made its money back plus more, and it's going to continue to make some money every day, hopefully. AppLovin, you know, I mean, here we had a spike of $16, $9, $10, $3.50 there, but it said that the ads are a little bit delayed. But you can see on AppLovin, let's say it's made I don't know, an average of say $6 or $7 each day. So that's very cool for a game like a small game like this to make $6 or $7 just on one ad network. So yeah, there you go. So I just wanted to show you guys those details first. For those of you who are more interested in the revenue and not interested in sitting down and watching a developer diary video, you know, the rest of this now is just going to be me sort of going through the process. But I hope that part was useful anyway. So let me dive in and see what I've got to do. This is very unscripted, of course. So I paid, for this second reskin, I paid an art team to do this one, and I paid $500. And this is the work that they've produced. So it looks cool. It looks much better than my artwork. It's an animal theme game, and they've given me all the individual files. They've given me all the PNG files to put in the game. I've got to put the code in myself. We've got a cute cat, we've got a clumsy dog there, it's kind of like an Angry Bird looking character. So that's pretty cool, and they've done some other screenshots as well, but I'm going to do more screenshots than this. I'm just going to click through here and just take a look, because I did look at this package before. Okay, there we go, we've got all the icons. That guy's cute. Icon is extremely important, as you know, guys. iOS 7. Okay. Final pack. So, okay, so that's the main menu screen that we've got there. The icon again, and I've just got to switch these in the project. You see, so I've not done this in, like I say, like a month, so I'm not sure where everything goes right now. But I'll figure this out. It's just switching. It's just switching the artwork. And if you intend to reskin the artwork, if you intend to reskin one project a few times, then you can get really fast at this. You know, obviously the app stores might not let you publish like 20 versions of the same source code if it's all exactly the same, but you can work with publishers and developer partners as well, which is what I'm doing right now with one of my personal source codes. So we've got, okay, so that's all the buttons in there, all the animals. Okay, I'm just taking a quick look at this, guys. All of these, I might not need all of these because I remember in the project I didn't need all of them. Okay, so that's the background. That's cool. All right. So I think what they might have done here is they might have like replicated the files exactly as the project is laid out. So I'm just going to figure this out. So I'm going to open the zip file that I got here. So Clumsy Pet Day Saga, that's the name of the game. That's the first one. You guys should play some music over this while I'm doing it. Make it a little bit more interesting. I feel like this is one of those Google, what do you call them? The Google, what do you call it? The broadcasts, where you can share real time. Feels like that. Alright, so let's open this up and see what we've got. Oh my god, I'm tired today, guys. Coffee to the rescue. Okay, yeah, so they've got some instructions here. I remember this one. These instructions were provided for by the person who originally did the source code and sold the source code. So, and the instructions are really easy to follow. I'm not an XCode person. I've used XCode a little bit, but this was very, very straightforward and easy to follow, and it only took me a few hours. So I should be able to do this faster because I'm not actually creating any artwork here. So I think probably the best thing is just to open the project now and see what we can see. I'll try to pause this video in a moment, guys. There was a little bit of lag problems with the camera on the other video that I last did, the chart boost ad video. So hopefully this one will be a lot smoother. I hope it doesn't like lag or freeze sometimes. That's what happened. It froze a couple of times. I think what the best thing is for me to do first is to actually actually get this running on my device, and then I know that the project is running. And I went through this process the first time, you know, building it and making sure everything runs normally. So I've got my iPod here, and I'm going to build. And then once I know everything builds, and then all I've got to do is swap in the artwork, and then things like the chart boost ID, the app loving ID, and so on. And you know, like I said in my other videos, guys, is always spread your risk out through different ad networks. Always have, you know, say, I don't know how many ad networks, but definitely like spread it out as best as you can, because that really covers your risk. You know, say one ad network, the eCPM suddenly drops, or it doesn't perform very well, or it goes under, you know, it might close down, which does happen. Then it's great that you've got this or the other ad networks to back you up. So always do that, and I'm going to do that more, and I'm going to try and do some more videos on that. there's a website called mopub.com that allows you to aggregate several ad networks through one application. What it'll do is you just put their SDK in your game, and through their website you can control which ad networks are shown in the game at any one time. And it'll actually pick the ad network. Like it'll pick, say, AdMob. If it's got the highest eCPM for that impression, it'll show AdMob. If Tap for Tap or InMobi has a high eCPM, it will show that one instead, and it can break it up into different regions. I used it a little bit before and it was very cool, so I'm going to check that out again, but unfortunately I don't think Prime 31 does a plugin for that anymore. So, okay. See, I'm not that familiar with XCode at all. Usually when I build, I just leave it and just let it do its thing, you know. Deployment target 5.1. I might go as low as I can and see if this works. I don't want the simulator, I want my iPod. I want to choose that one for sure. For show. What's this doing now? Indexing, processing. See, I don't know what that is. But let's just take a look through these files as it's doing it. So you can see the original game icon here. This is all the stuff that we've got to change out. I'm hoping I can find a real easy way to do this one without going in and saving each individual file. I think there's a resources folder. I think the majority of artwork is inside here. I see this was built in Cocoa, is it? Is that what it means? The icon? I'll try and speak up, guys, because I don't think my microphone is very good. I need to get a good microphone. So yeah, there's the original artwork for the game, and the license for this source code says I can reskin this as many times as I like. You know, can reskin this 1,000,000 times, but I have to change the artwork. I can't use the original artwork, of course. So that's understandable. So okay, so it looks like it's finished doing its thing. I'm just going to wipe any original version I might have on my device here. Oh, I better not move my iPhone too much because this wire is a little bit dodgy. It doesn't like to... sometimes it disconnects, so I've got to be careful not to move this wire too much. So I've still got the original Jewel Candy Clash. I'm just going to delete that off there, off my iPod. And we actually have the original Jello game on there as well, so I'll delete that one. And I think we're good. Alright, so let's just click play and we'll see if we can build. Yeah, there we go. So you see I disconnected it when I moved it. Ah, it's such a pain, this wire. I might have to go and get my other wire, in fact. Okay, yeah, I'm going to pause it there and I'll be back in 1 second, guys.